gonna get a little braggadocious here. I won. I saw Billy Strings first. I feel bad about saying that, but should we get into that too?
Sure.
Okay, we could talk about that. Right now, or okay.
Sure.
I mean, you gotta go. You gotta go. That's the first thing I gotta say. Whenever you get a chance, does he play a lot in Michigan or no?
Um, I don't know. He played in November, so maybe I would imagine he does, at least once a year.
Yeah. Um, State Farm Arena was amazing for concerts. It's a basketball venue, but like it's obviously you can have concerts there. It was awesome. It was only Billy Strings for about 3 hours of Billy Strings. They had a intermission in the middle of it. I've never seen that before at a rock concert or a concert before, where they take a break, switch sets. I mean, you see that between acts, right? But when you have one act, there's usually like an encore, and he did do an encore, but it was only a one song encore. But I went with Trin and her boyfriend who works for the Burt Show. They got the tickets. So the pictures I sent you, which we can share here, if you make this part of an episode, um, were his seats that he originally got, but then got a couple extra, and so Trin and I kind of sat a little bit further away. But from some of the concert, we were sitting right there. This shots that I showed you. As soon as the music started, it was almost like everyone broke out their pipes. It was crazy. There was a lot of weed in the air. There was a lot of weed in the air. I mean, it's a mix of the set was really cool. I mean, it went from psychedelic rock, acid rock. You could think of like if someone said, "How can you characterize Billy Strings?" Like we've seen him cover songs, and that's interesting. But like if it's just a hardcore, here's all the songs that I wrote. It's like psychedelic rock meets acid rock, sprinkling a little bit of bluegrass and a touch of country, and that's the Billy Strings experience, really.
Hmm.
Um, there were no electric instruments. There were no electric guitars. I mean, you kind of he's got a microphone, he's got an effects board, which kind of pooped out at one point during the show, and there was a roadie up there trying to get it going again. No drums. It was just mandolin, banjo, fiddle, bass, upright bass, and then Billy Strings on his guitar. Sounded amazing. Like the whole venue was just perfect, perfect size for that kind of music. Um, yeah, it was a 2 night engagement. We went to the first night. The visuals, the stagecraft was amazing. Like they had a backdrop in there that was like it had some video, it had some still photographs, but then there was like in the front of the stage, lighting, little ornamental lights that kind of really matched the backdrop. It was just a cool scene. Maybe it was the weed in the
I'm
air that
so
got to me. I don't
wasted.
know, but I was like really digging on it. Um, what really, I think, standing is an issue for me, right? My feet, for long periods of time, I cannot stand. Um, and you're in a stadium with chairs, but everyone's standing up like it's the end of the basketball game, and they're all like, "Who are they gonna win?" You know, like that kind of nervousness. Everyone was standing the entire time, so it was kind of, it took away a little bit of the awesomeness, but it was really cool. Um, that dude does not need an electric guitar. He can do stuff with that guitar that just you're like, yeah, you don't need an electric guitar. You've got it all figured out on that acoustic. It's awesome. So, um, yeah. And I'm looking through my notes here. The last thing is also I won. So just like mention that I won. Um,
Yeah, we did when we first did a first reaction or two from him. We did say, we didn't really place a bet, but we kind of said, seeing who would see him first. But
yeah.
I'm glad you got to see him. That I'd like to see him. I don't know if if Anne would. Yeah, she'd like to see him. I think she enjoys that kind of music, any type of music. But the only I've seen like, believe I've seen two concerts where they had um an intermission. I think Rush did a 3 hour concert where they had an intermission, no opening act. Um, and then Sammy Hagar did a concert where the first half of the show was all like his solo stuff, and then the second half of the concert was more Van Halen type stuff, and there was no opening act with that one. And there might have been one other one, but yeah, Rush is the same way. As soon as the lights go down, they do the. I think at that time they were doing the Three Stooges um, theme of the hello hello, and that's when the beginning of the Rush, the fog just arose,
Fog,
from
the devil's lettuce fog.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I watched you should check it out if you haven't already. The Rick Beato did is that how you say his last name? Rick
Yeah, I don't.
Beato?
Yeah.
Beato. He just did a full interview with Billy Strings I think week or two ago. And it's really interesting. He talks about from beginnings, it's he I think it was probably a week after, maybe a week after your show that you went to, this interview took place,
Yeah, I mean,
or
Rick is in Atlanta, so it makes sense.
it might have been that same week. He might have just finished yours, but he talked about, as a really young kid, 6, 7 years old, his dad playing him records of I can't remember the name of the artist, but it was a bluegrass player, like his biggest influence as a bluegrass player growing up. And full circle comes around. Billy Strings is playing with this particular artist, and his dad gets to meet him, and then ultimately his dad gets to jam with him backstage. Just so it says like one
Once
of
in a
his,
lifetime.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a really good interview if you get a chance to watch that one.
I've seen some real shorts where he's kind of doing something and then a vape pen falls out and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that's so Rick Vieto asks him, how do you stay relaxed before you just seem so relaxed on stage, and like on cue he like that falls out of his pocket or something. He's like, there you go.
there you go. Yeah.
So it was kind of
Uh
funny.
yeah, no, it was a great experience. Anybody watching this, like if you haven't seen Billy Strings, I mean, watch some of our reactions. We're both kind of fans of Billy Strings and the concert was amazing. Um yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching this little
Well,
clip.
wait, but now that you've seen him, are we going to be able to do any more reactions to Billy Strings?
Yeah, I think so. Like if there's new material that comes out that we kind of haven't seen yet.
Okay.
The one thing I wanted to do before I went to the show was listen to a lot of Billy Strings. So like I didn't want to be that guy at the concert going, uh-huh, okay, like well, okay, here's another song. And, like a song I recognize. Well, unfortunately, I did not have time to do that before the show. So I couldn't tell. It's gonna sound like a bad comment, but I couldn't tell one song to the next. Like oh, there's the one I heard. Like I couldn't tell any of the songs that I'd heard before, even the ones we've done reactions to. So um, but no, it was one hell of an experience, man. One hell of an experience. You gotta go.
All right.
All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.
See ya.
See ya. Okay.